Everybody, welcome. Let me lower this thing. Welcome to Monday night, 8 p.m. Central. Logan Lives. Appreciate you hopping on. We do these every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central, so mark your calendars. For those of you watching this on replay, thank you for watching. And these are on my public figure Facebook page at Logan R. Stout. By the way, I'd love for you to connect with me on my other social pages. My Instagram's the same thing, at Logan R. Stout. Twitter's at Logan. Everything's at loganstout.com. Just LOGANSTOUT.com. If somebody doesn't mind, Vicky, good to see you. Michael, Sean, good to see you. Bill, great to see you, brother. If you guys, Cindy, good to see you. If you can, just type in my website. That's where all my social media stuff is. So if you'd like to click on LinkedIn, whatever. As soon as I get done here, actually, I'll go accept all that stuff. So if you can just type that in, that'd be great. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. I'm excited about the topic tonight. Grab pen and paper. For those of you new to Logan Lives, Stephanie, good to see you. For those of you new to Logan Lives, type where you're from and grab pen and paper and get ready to rock and roll. And we kind of stalled just for a second because it takes a while for people to on board, text people, let them know we're about to go live. Thank you, Sean, for doing that, loganstout.com. And by the way, thank you all that have ordered my new book, Grit Factor. I'm so excited about it. Hits bookstores nationwide, worldwide, all that stuff, Amazon in the fall, but only available for pre-release on my website, loganstout.com. All right, so, get ready to rock and roll. This is going to be a huge topic. So, West Virginia, Tara, Larry Cahill, good to see you, my man. Bob, good to see you. Trapper Barnes, Anthony. And it's always cool, too, you guys, when you, tag people and stuff. I think it's awesome. I think it's beyond awesome because basically you're saying, hey, this dude with his hat on backwards is going to have something you want to hear, which means a lot to me. And pardon me for the Logan Lives are very casual, obviously, with the quarantine. For those of you watching this on replay, we're still in this pandemic known as coronavirus, COVID-19, so getting haircuts are far and few between. All right, good. We got Michigan in the house. We got Jersey in the house. Naples in the house. North Carolina. Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Can't wait to get your book in the mail. Awesome. Coach Sklar out of Oklahoma. Good to see you. Maryland in the house. I love seeing every state represented, which is really cool. So people are piling on. Stalling just a second. More people are loading on here. I'm excited about the topic. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Go, Pack, go. We won't hold that against you, Mike. Higgins. We won't hold that against you. What happened to your draft, man? Not a single receiver. You might need one of those. I'm just kidding. I love the Packers. My stepdad loves the Packers. There was always an argument in our house growing up. Rochester, New York. Cole Chaplin from Frisco, Texas. Patricia, Massachusetts. I love it. Timothy T. Wright. Trapper Barnes from Forney, Texas. That's where I had my first indoor baseball facility out there. PJ from San Francisco. Awesome. Cameron Warren. Anthony Bolden, Colorado. So cool. All right. I'm making some quick notes really quick. I'm excited about this. Cassandra from Massachusetts. You got your book Sunday. Tina, I'm so glad you got that book. That's awesome. By the way, I'm personalized. I think I have carpal tunnel in my wrist from doing it, which is an honor. But I've personalized every book. So if you all that are pre-ordered Logan Stout, my book at loganstout.com, Grit Factor, I'm autographing every one of them. Not that you care. If you don't care about the autograph, then rip that page out and throw it away. The content of the book, I truly believe, will change people's lives. I believe that with every piece of my soul. If those of you who read Stat Advice, my first book, which I'm proud of, but Grit Factor, no exaggeration, is 20 times better, at least. At least. At least. Virginia's in the house. Okay. Let me make some quick notes really quick here, and we're going to get started. All right, let's roll. Pen and paper. Hey, Maria, good to see you. All right, we've got a good crowd here now. And what's so cool about these is thousands of people watch these, which is so crazy. It's so humbling. So thank you so much that you guys care to hear what I have to say. So Dana, awesome. Glad you got it. In Houston, can't wait to be back in Houston, Jersey. I'll have a tour as soon as we're free to get on tour again. I know a big speaking tour got canceled. I was supposed to be speaking for the Air Force and just a bunch of companies, and it all got shut down. Supposed to do a Northeast tour. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland got shut down, so I cannot wait to get back on the road. But I'm going to be honest, I am enjoying this time at home with my family. And this is the longest tenure I've ever had not being in a hotel room at some point in time. It's been really crazy, like just to be in my own bed every night. It's weird. So, all right, you ordered 10 so I can get good. Yeah, please order them. And listen, I'm not here to promote my book. I'm here to give you value. But East China and Michigan, Eileen, that's really cool. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yeah, for those of you, I strongly recommend that. You get a discount if you order 10 of them plus at a time. Give them to your team. I promise that book will deliver. I promise you it will. I promise. All right, let's roll. Live, no replay today. Joy, I'm glad you're live. I'm glad you're live. Like we have a few thousand people watch these on replay, and very few get to be live. So it's so cool to see people actually live on these. Brenda, good to see you. St. John? Really? Jeremy Bowen? Oh, all right. Okay, let's go. Number one. Let's start the topic for the night, okay? The topic for tonight, and this is big. I believe that one of the number one reasons people don't get what they want in life, and quite frankly don't get what they should get in life, is because they allow the fear of rejection to keep them from even asking or going for what they want in life. I truly believe that. I think very few people have overcome the hurdle of going for what they truly want in life. And by the way, a lot of you may not know this, on my stories on Instagram and Facebook, my team, Dana, Deb, all of them, they actually post questions today. What do you want the topic to be for tonight? And tonight's topic is actually brought to you by Christy out of Virginia, Christy Dunaway, or was it West Virginia? And we're going to go over her topic. Gloria, good to see you from Iowa. So we're going to go over her topic. She said basically, so we had a leadership training event, and the topic was go for no, right? Like be okay being told no. And I think most people, the problem is that they're fearful that they're going to be told no. And so they gingerly walk into a situation and avoid ever being let down, or they never walk into the situation altogether. And so number one, here's the deal. You have to learn to, and a friend of mine, Andrea, actually wrote a book on this, but you have to actually be okay with being told no. Like that's the first reality check if you want to get the yeses in life, right? Get the sale, make the team, get whatever it is you're trying to get in life. If you want those yeses, you're going to have to learn being comfortable being told no. That's number one. Be comfortable being told no. Right? Another way I like to say this is learn to be unoffendable. You're going to have to learn to be unoffendable. One of the secrets to you accomplishing everything you want in life is the ability to be unoffendable. Nothing's going to offend you. You're not going to take anything personal. You're going to be okay when somebody says, I'm not interested in that. I don't want that. In fact, you're going to be so professional at being okay with being unoffendable that you're going to literally look the person in the eye and say, hey, please tell me no. If this isn't something for you, no problem. Just let me know. We're good. We're friends no matter what. No problem. Just let me know. Right? That's number one. You have to go for the no. Be totally cool being told no. I'm going to give an example. So in 7th grade at North Junior High School, I'm on the 2nd floor, and my locker would be over here across the hall, about 4 lockers to the right, 2 lockers from the water station, the sink. Not the sink. What are you talking about? The water, where you get water. I shut my door in 7th grade. I turn, I look, and I see the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I'm talking like it was angelic. And I had this in my mind, you're going to marry that girl one day. That's not a joke. Didn't know who she was. Had no idea who she was. So anyway, I just start walking, coincidentally, right behind her. And I followed her right into what happened to be the class I was going into. Mr. Khan, 7th grade North Junior High School science class. And so they have assigned seating. So I try to find my seat. And I find my seat. And it just so happens this angelic beauty happened to be sitting right in front of me. Right? It's one of those moments where if you didn't believe in God, you're like, I do now. Thank you. Right? And so she's sitting right in front of me. Her hair was hanging onto my desk a little bit. Right? And listen, nobody taught me how to flirt with I'm 7th grade. Nobody taught me what's the proper protocol for letting a girl know that you're kind of into her, right? So for me, naturally, I just, felt like the go-to game plan for flirting would be grabbing my pencil and flicking her hair. This is not a joke. I can't make this up. Honey, if you're watching this outside or you're somewhere in this house watching this Logan Live, will you please come into my office and validate this story? And she may not be watching. She watches them all on replay. But so I'm flickering her hair. And she finally turns around. She's like, stop flicking my hair. And I was like, oh, sorry. Right? And that is what led to me being in the friend zone with what became 16 years later as my wife, Haley Stout. Okay? Honest to God, hands on the Bible. So we become best friends. I'll never forget she called me one night. This is before cell phones. This is before caller ID. Landline rings. Hello. Hey, this is Haley. Allender, is Logan there? I go, this is he. She goes, hey, Logan, this is Haley. I go, oh my gosh, Haley, what's up? She goes, and I'm thinking all the positives, right, that most men would think, and or most girls would think, right? Oh my gosh, she's into me. No. Hey, I'm having problems with my boyfriend. I was just hoping you could give me some friendly advice. Officially friend zoned in that moment. I'm like, so what happened? Break up with him. He bought you flowers? Horrible human being. Break up with him, right? True story. So I got friend zoned in 7th grade. Well, anyways, long story short, people often ask, wow, you guys met in 7th grade, childhood sweethearts. No, we weren't. And I always reply, she wouldn't date me. She always replies, he never asked. That's a true story. He never asked. And I didn't. I never asked. She had boyfriend, I had girlfriends, and, we were just friends, And so I'm on the disabled list. I'm playing minor league baseball on the disabled list. And so her mom was my teacher in 7th grade. Or no, that's not true. She was my teacher in 10th grade in high school. And, long story short, her parents were always kind of hinting, like, I would see her dad in the gym at 24 Hour Fitness, used to be Gold's Gym, 24 Hour Fitness off Coit and Campbell. And her dad would always say, hey, Haley's working here. You ought to go visit her. And, her mom was always like, my daughter is, so like the parents were on board. I was on board. My mom was always like, hey, what about that Haley, And my dad was like, Haley, and Haley was the one missing link of the whole equation, right? Like she just didn't get it, right? But it's not true because I never asked her. That's the truth. Never asked her one time. And I didn't ask her because I was afraid of being rejected. I was afraid. I was embarrassed. Like, what if she says no? What if she doesn't want to go out with me or go on a date with me or whatever it is, right? And so fast forward, I'd matured and, I was playing minor league baseball and I'm sitting there with a teammate of mine and in walks Haley and her mom, who I had not seen or talked to in years. Because remember, this is before social media. You couldn't keep up with people's whereabouts. Put it another way, you couldn't stalk people, basically what I'm trying to say. So in walks her and her mother, and I just stand up and go, oh my gosh, Haley! Sherry, like, what's going on, Haley? You married? You have kids? What's new? And her mom says, she's single. She's totally single. Haley gets so red-faced. She's like, thanks, Mom. So I went on a date with her that night. 4.5 months later, we were engaged. A year later, we were married. Bam! I got it done. I went for no. So the moral of the story is this. You have to be unoffendable. You have to be unoffendable is what I'm trying to say. That's step number one. You can't take things personal if someone says no. Okay? Like the more no's you get, the more yeses you're going to get. Okay? And so the example I like to give to is a waiter or waitress. You go in, I don't know, I heard this, Jim Rohn said this years ago, and the famous Jim Rohn. And he says, listen, if you go to the restaurant and you're ordering dinner, you finish dinner, and the waiter or waitress comes up and says, may I interest you in some dessert? You say, no, thank you, we're not interested in dessert. The waiter or waitress doesn't go cry in the kitchen and whine about it that you turned them down for dessert. No, they're not offended by that. They bring the check, you pay, you leave. I used this on a previous Logan Live. The moral of the story is you'll get nothing in life if you don't go for everything in life. You'll get nothing in life if you don't go for everything in life. So that's the first thing you have to understand. Number one, be okay. Be unoffendable, right? All right. Number two, write this down. Write this down. Thank you. A lot of you are giving me kudos we've been married for a long time now. So like I'm way beyond my fear of we're good now. Got it? Okay. Okay. All right. Number two. Life in many aspects is nothing more than a numbers game, meaning every no you get, you're one no closer to a yes. So if you're in sales or recruiting or whatever it is. Just, it's the law of percentages. Every no you get, you need to think in your mind, thank you for that no, I'm one no closer to a yes. Okay, that needs to be your mindset. Okay, I think too many times people all they capitalize mentally, capitalize wrong word. They highlight mentally the no's, and they underestimate how those no's mean law of averages. You're going to get a yes. Every no you're getting closer and closer to a yes. And that needs to be your mindset. Every time you get a no, you're going, okay, I'm getting closer to a yes here, right? I'm getting closer to a yes here, right? And so I want you to write that down. Write that down. Write that. No leads to yes. Okay? Write that down. Write it down. So you're going to be unoffendable. You're going to be unoffendable. You're not going to take it personal. Okay? And by the way, going on the unoffendable part, so there's 3 tips tonight. Number 1 is be unoffendable. With the unattendable part, I heard somebody say this. They're involved in a direct selling company, which I quite frankly believe everybody should be a part of one. And they said, well, I just don't want to I don't want to lose friends over it. They were never your friend in the first place. If there are people in your life that are not going to be your friend because you're trying to provide for your family, they weren't your friend to begin with. Let me just drop a mic on that right now. That's ridiculous. Well, I lost my friend John because I offered him something I believe in. John wasn't your friend, okay? John's a jerk, okay? Right? The fact that John is offended that you're trying to provide for your family by offering a product or service that you believe in, okay, he wasn't your friend, right? Let's get that straight to the point. Now, if you're a scam artist or you're trying to sell something that's garbage, okay, John has a reason to not want that. But you're not that person because you wouldn't be watching Logan Live if you are that person. Right? All right. Number 1, be unoffendable. Number 2, every no leads you closer to a yes. It's a numbers game, percentage game. Keep going. Right? The example I use is a deck of cards. So, not that any of you ever have gambled in your life. I'm sure you haven't. There's 4 of everything in a deck. There's 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, 4 5s, 4 6s, 4 7s, 4 8s, 4 9s, 4 10s, 4 jacks, 4 queens, 4 kings, 4 aces. There's 4 of everything in a deck, okay? So the way I look at going for no's and going for yeses is very simple. Every card you flip over, you may get a 2, a 5, a 7, right? But if you just keep flipping, inevitably, what are you going to hit? An ace. It's just a numbers game. There's only so many cards in the deck. Eventually, you're going to get an ace. So the magic is keep flipping. The problem with most people is they get offended and they see no's as like a personal attack on who they are versus the law of averages, which means you're one no closer to a yes. If you just keep flipping, you're going to get a yes. It's just a numbers game. Now, some of you may be dealing 2 or 3 decks. I don't know, right? 4 or 5 decks. I don't know. But the aces are in there somewhere, okay? Here's most people. They flip over 1 card, it's not an ace, it's a 2, and they go, I knew this wouldn't work. I don't even know why I asked them to go on a date with me. I don't even know why I applied for the job. And so what happens is you just get beat down by being offended all the time, and you get beat down by the no's that you end up existing through life versus intentionally designing your life. Now, for those of you new to Logan Lives, listen, I'm your friend. I do these for free. They're my heart to your ears. They're really just kind of unscripted based on something that happened that particular day or week. And I just want you to understand, you will never accomplish your goals and dreams in life by being offended. You'll never accomplish your goals and dreams in life by worrying about the no's. Right now, The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, I touched on this. I told you all that if you're not spending quality time with your family because you want to watch, binge watch The Last Dance, that's probably not a good idea. I said, watch it when it's not on family time. Watch it on your own time, right? That's the cool thing about streaming and on demand. You can watch whenever you want. So I went and watched The Last Dance. Phenomenal. I got emotional, thought it was amazing, incredibly inspirational. I think everybody should watch it, really. So the first 4 episodes have happened. But Michael Jordan, if you really look at him, he's the greatest player of all time, if not the greatest athlete of all time. He wanted the ball. If you look at the deal, he wanted the ball. He wasn't worried about missing the game-winning shot. He was focused on winning. That's what he was focused on, winning. And that leads to my 3rd tip. You have to focus on what you want in life versus focusing on what you could lose in life. Write that down. I'm going to write it down with you. Focus on what you want, not what you could lose. I mean, too many people overvalue what they've lost and undervalue what they could gain. Listen, you'll never, ever, ever accomplish your potential and goals and dreams in life worried about what you could lose. It'll never happen. All right, I'm going to give you an example. I've been in the social sharing, direct selling space for over 20 years. And I remember I was with one of my college roommates, and we were in a Target one night. And he said to me, he goes, Logan, how do you, now remember, this is before social media. He said, Logan, how do you get perfect strangers to buy your product? I go, I ask. He goes, well, what do you mean? I go, come with me. So he followed me. We're in Target. And then BMAC, Brent McFadden. BMAC, if you're watching this, chime in. BMAC was in my wedding, one of my best friends, one of my college teammates. I said, just follow me. So we're going down Target. And I go up to this lady and her husband, and they're in the aisle. I forget what aisle it was. I think it was the entertainment, TVs and stuff or something at Target. And it was probably 10 o'clock at night. I said, excuse me, do you guys care at all about having energy throughout the day? Like just, increasing your energy level? And they kind of looked at me like I was weird, right? Which I'm cool with because number one, I'm unoffendable, right? And I go, hey, this sounds awkward. I'm sure this sounds awkward, but I'm trying to prove a point to my friend here. Okay, so please disregard the awkwardness. Do you guys care to have better energy throughout the day? Like, what do you guys do for a living? Like, would better energy throughout the day mean something to you? And they both kind of looked at each other like, well, yeah, who doesn't want good energy throughout the day? I said, perfect. Here, I'm going to give you these two things. My number's on there. If you want some more, let me know. I'll tell you how you can buy them. And they went, thanks. I said, no problem. Just mix with some water. Directions are on the package, and follow up with me. I would love your information. If you don't mind me following up with you, I can give you some other free stuff if you want. And they go, well, yeah, here's our information. That'd be great. Thanks. So we walked away, right? And BMAC's like, you just went up to these total strangers and just started talking to them. I called him BMAC. I go, yeah. He goes, I just can't do that. I said, why can't you? I said, you tell me you physically can't walk up to him and talk to him? What do you mean? Your mouth won't work if you go up to him? Right? If you can't walk up to him, crawl up to him. What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. He started laughing. I go, no, seriously. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what do you mean you can't go talk to a stranger? Like, what's wrong with you? What's your problem? And he goes, hey, man, I'm not trying to I said, no. It bothers me when people say they can't do something when they absolutely can do something, but mentally they've given themselves an excuse why they shouldn't do something. So I need you to explain to me what's so hard about what I just did. And he goes, well, what if they say no? I said, hey, Brent, what if they say yes? If they say no, what did you miss out on? And he goes, well, I don't know. I go, were they my customer before I gave them the sample? Were they my customer? He goes, well, no. I go, did I even know who they were before I gave them that sample? He goes, well, no. So I had nothing to lose. They didn't know me. I didn't know them. There was nothing to lose there. But what if they say yes? What if they say yes? Now, for those of you to Logan Live, normally they're a leadership topic, and this is kind of a leadership topic. This is a little more on the sales side, like sharing side, but I feel like you can apply to stuff. For you, it may be going after a job promotion. It may be going and talking to your coach about getting a position, or like in other words, you got to learn to be unoffendable. You got to realize every no leads you one step closer to a yes. And number three, equally as important, you have to learn that you're not losing anything. All you have is the opportunity to gain something. And that was the big lesson I wanted Brent to see and witness, right? Brent, they could say yes, and that could lead to something. They weren't my customer before I went up and talked to them randomly. I had nothing to lose in this situation. But Brent, here's what I do know. And this is 20 years ago. I said, my goal is to get out of debt. I'm not going to get out of debt by not talking to this person or any other person from that matter. If I just stay in my own little cave, nothing's going to change in my life. I went out and talked to that person, Brent, and guess what? Something good could happen from that. And I truly, but this is a tip right here. I truly believe you'll get what you expect in life. If you expect doom and gloom, watch doom and gloom. If you expect peace and happiness and good things, watch peace, happiness, and good things happen. I said, I believe that good things are going to come from that. And he looked at me and goes, you really think good things are going to come from that? I said, not just accidentally. I said, I got their information. I'm going to follow up with them. I'm going to ask them how they did on the product. And I said, and guess what? You're going to be standing right next to me when I do it. I said, I'm not hoping something good comes from it. I'm going to take action and try to do everything in my power to make something good come from it. Okay? So anyway, fast forward. 3 days later, I called. I said, hey, this is Logan Stout. We met about 10 p.m. in Target. I gave you that little sample energy drink. I said, I just want to know if you had a chance to take it, what your thoughts were. If you hated it, that's great. Let me know if you hated it. I won't bother you. But, just following up. And he goes like this. He goes, I'm so glad you called. We lost your information. We were hoping you would contact us back. We would love to order some more. Right? And I look at BMAC and I went, idiot. That's awesome. Yes, excellent. I would love to hook you up. We actually have other flavors and other products. Be happy to share them with you. When's a good time for us to get together? Now, remember, this is before social media. You had to physically go drive to the person, and you had to physically go hand them the product, right? And I said, we have some other stuff too. I'd love to share it with you, but I'm glad you enjoyed the product. And I said, did your wife have a chance to try the product? He goes, no, I feel horrible. I drank the whole thing. Didn't even give her a sip, right? And in my mind, I went, that's why you sample heavy. I sampled light. I only gave him one. I should have given him like 8, right? Idiot me. I learned sample heavy. And so anyway, again, some of you may have nothing to do with sales, whatever, but the truth is this, we're all selling something. You're selling your kids to go to bed at night. You're selling your kids to brush your teeth. You're selling your kids to eat healthy. You're selling your kids to clean up their mess. We're all selling something, truthfully, don't lie. You're selling your spouse on something. We're all selling, right? And so anyway, that became one of my best customers. I met him at 10 p.m. in a Target. Be unoffendable. Be unoffendable. Realize every no, you're one no closer to a yes. Number 3, you have to focus on what you want, not what you could lose. Which means, quite frankly, you never had it in the first place, so there is nothing to lose. I hope this added value to you. You'll get what you expect in life. You'll get what you expect in life. If you want great things, you got to think great thoughts. And you got to take great actions to make those great thoughts become a reality. It means the world to me that you tune into Logan Lives. It really does. And I know this was a little different topic. This was a little more on the transactional side, which is really not my heart. My heart's more on the relational leadership mindset side. But the truth is this, life requires transactions. That's just the truth. It requires transactions. So this is a little different bent, but I hope it'll add value to people's lives. And as always, I'm available. So I know a lot of my speaking gigs got canceled and stuff. I've been doing a lot via Zoom. Corporations have been hiring me on Zoom, which is not the same, but it works. And I thank you all for buying my book, Grit Factor, that's out. It'll be on bookstores worldwide in the fall, but it's available at loganstout.com. If somebody will type that in, just loganstout.com. I'm signing every one of them and sending them to you. And it means the world to me that you care about what I have to say and you support my new book, because there's nothing worse than writing a new book and nobody wants it. so thank you all so much for your support of the new book. And I hope this Logan Live added value to your life. And I'll see you next Monday night, 8 p.m. Central. Until then, let's go crush this week. Love you. Bye.